just get through wiring 2 brand new tail lights on my boat. Those others were kind of corroded. One of them wasn't working. Went to change the bulb. It just exploded in my hands. Found out the insides of the tail lights were all corroded. So thanks to Wally Mart, in about $29 or something like that, there's some new tail lights. I got these wired up without being hooked to my truck. If I got them backwards, I can pull the tape off and redo them tomorrow when I hook the car up to test running. But it said the yellow was the turn signal, and I had a yellow on both sides, so I assumed that that's the standard. Let's see, I need a piece of tape right there. Hope I got these tight enough to get a ground. I don't know how you'd really get a ground with plastic lights, except where the screw is. Well, it said they were submersible. I don't know if that means they're waterproof, but they'll just drain. They fill up with water, I'll know they ain't waterproof. Yeah, look at this corroded booger bear. I can't even get the bulb out of that one. Make a liar out of me, bulb. Didn't get the bulb out a while ago. But it was full of dirt, all corroded. That shiny new one on there now. Now I guess I better get up and go put my lawnmower away. Go hit the shower, because I blow dirt everywhere out there by my boathouse. We'll take a look at that before I shut off my camera. With my bad knees, it's hard to get up off the ground. Ooh, can't believe how stove up I am. Stove up, that's an old-fashioned word. Means I'm all screwed up. Yeah, I ran my mower through this boathouse 27 times, trying to cut them bushes down around the poles. I got most of them. Looks considerably better. Time was when I was working on trains, I could spring up and down from under a boxcar 37 times an hour to go get a wrench or a tool. Takes me 37 minutes to get up one time now. I got a new marker light here in case one of these goes bad. I know I got one that ain't working, but I suspect it's just the ground. New tail lights are bolted on. Oh, something else I got new today. What a mercy, I gotta sit down. My knees are killing me. I got me one of these dooflunkers you put in the tongue of your boat and lock it. Double lock it. Can't read the number, but I think that bulb is an 1157. Went ahead and got these taillights put on today while the shade from the tree is still here. Look at that hummingbird checking out my lawnmower. I guess he likes the pretty orange color. Lawnmower, gathering up my tools, thought I'd save this piece of tail light in case I ever need a lens or something. It might fit on that one over there. It looks about the same shape. If I break a tail light sometime, I could probably use this one in an emergency. I'm not going to be too quick to throw it away. Thought I'd spend a minute and talk about the significance of dreams. I don't know why you dream stuff. I had a weird dream last night I thought I'd share with you. I was in the Navy from 65 to 69, something like that. And I hadn't thought much of, occasionally you think about it, but I haven't imagined myself back in uniform in all that time. Well, the weird dream I had was, for some reason, I was old. I wasn't young. I was old, but I was attached to the Navy, and I was going to some kind of special awards ceremony. I'm in my dress blues, and I can't find my white hat. Maybe uniforms have changed some since I was in there. I don't know white hats are still the same or not. If they do, it's probably just for work. But our dress uniforms, we wore a white hat. Anyway, I'm on this at a place where it's some kind of military ceremony. And I go to the galley, find somebody attached to the Navy, and ask him where I can get a white hat. He said, they don't wear them kind of white hats anymore. I might could find you something in the galley. He runs in the galley and comes out with his old funny looking cook's hat. It was white, but it was all stained and dirty. I said, well, I appreciate the offer, but I'd rather go up there without a hat than I would wearing that dooflunker. Then I imagined somebody else. I asked somebody else, and something was wrong with the dude. Why? I don't remember what it was now. But I told him, you got the chicken pox. Had red bumps on him or something. But he had a white hat and he gave me. But I couldn't seem to get it to fit. And about that time I woke up. And I told you it was a weird dream. I've never imagined myself back in uniform. But I imagined myself in full dress blues and no white hat. Had the shore patrol pick me up one time for being caught outdoors without my white hat. Had to go back to the base. I had left the white hat somewhere. I don't know where I misplaced it. And I think I've solved my Navy dream, or what might have caused it. Some time back, I remembered something. During the day, it wasn't part of a dream. But I remembered an incident when I got out of the Navy. Now, last night I was on board the USS Dominant. Me and a couple of buddies decided we was going out drinking. That'd be my last night on that ship. I was going to a receiving station to get discharged from the Navy, along with several other people that were getting out at the same time. In our berthing compartment on that ship, we kept our clothes and everything in a personal locker. It's a little square aluminum locker with different shelves, and you had to fold your clothes, put them in there a particular way, or they wouldn't all fit over there. Everything you're issued when you go in the Navy can be toted off that base in your duffel bag, or sea bag we call it. And I think the Army calls them duffel bag. But when you're on ship or a station somewhere, you take all your clothes out and put them in this locker. Well, in the bottom of this locker, we had two personal drawers, little drawers about this wide and about that long. And you kept them locked. And I had things in there like my medals, some knives, probably some money and loose change, photographs, all kinds of little memorials memorabilia that I had collected over the 4 years that was in there. I had a lot of foreign money stashed in there from other countries. And I don't remember what all was in there, but I know my medals were in there. Anyway, we went out drinking. Got drunk as a skunk. When I got back to the base, we went aboard the ship and we were feeling no pain. We done had more than our share to drink. I opened that locker and went to throwing a lot of my uniforms away in a big, I ain't gonna tell you what we used to call that garbage can over there. Yeah, well, we call it a shit can. Anyway, a lot of old work blues, work uniforms. So I said, I'll never need that no more. Threw them all in this receptacle. I had my dress blues and some work dungarees and my boondockers and some things I wanted to keep in a smaller bag, shoved into my sea bag. But I lightened my load considerably, getting rid of some of that stuff. And I fell asleep. Well, the next morning, get up, Parks, you're out of the Navy, you're off this ship, you're getting out tomorrow. Or you're getting out today. Well, I jumped up, not thinking, grabbed up my bag, put my uniform on, went off that ship in less than 30 minutes, walking down the pier to go to the receiving station. Unbeknownst to me and my clouded brain, I left all my stuff in them personal drawers. And I swear it was a couple of days before I thought about them. And I don't remember if the ship was gone by then or I couldn't get in touch with them, or I just gave up the idea that my stuff would still be there. I should have went back looking for it. But I lost all my medals and all my memorabilia, and I hadn't thought about that. So that could be some significance to my dream about can't find your white hat. Somewhere in the back of my mind I was thinking about all that stuff I left in them drawers. Anyway, I'm sure some sailor made off with all that stuff because it wasn't locked when I left there. So I'm going to say that's why I had that dream. Whoever took all my stuff, I hope you enjoyed it.